Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Julia. I am Ju Knits on Instagram. I'm back with another monthly knitting podcast for you guys today. So grab your hot drink, grab your cold drink, grab both. If you're me, you have your water and your coffee. Grab your knitting, your crochet, your cross stitch, get cozy, because I have a festive feeling podcast for you guys today. I'm super pumped about it. I have cast on a lot of fun, festive things that I'm excited about and excited to share with you. And I have a few October-y Halloween things to share with you before we get into the winter Christmas stuff. But yeah, it's dreary and cold. I've got my Christmas tree on. I love it. It's so cozy and wonderful, and I'm ready to talk about yarn and knitting. So we're gonna jump right into it. My first FO, you probably guessed it, I hope. If you watched the last one, you would know that I wanted to finish these at Halloween time, and I did. It's my Ghosty socks. So these, I'm calling them my Ghosty socks, just the name that I gave them, but it is a pattern from Summer Lee Knits, and it's from the Colorwork Cuff Club Volume 1. So the first time she came out with this, it's like a subscription. You buy like a flat rate, you pay flat rate, and then you get a Colorwork chart for every month of the year for 12 months, for a whole year. And I bought it, obviously. And I was super excited about it, and it was so fun to get a new thing every month and just see how she worked it up and the colors she used. I feel like Summer Lee is so good at putting colors together and making you want to knit those exact socks. You know, like just drawing you in with the color she uses, and she's brilliant at that. She's a brilliant pattern designer. As you can see, a lot of the things I'm going to show you up here first are from Summer Lee, but I love her and she's amazing. Anyways, her sample pattern, she did them in pink with the white ghost. I decided just to do black to make it more of like a traditional Halloween kind of look, but I love how these turned out. This is the October chart with the base pattern that you get with the Cuff Club, and so it's just a classic heel flap and gusset, standard toe decrease. Everything's like regular and normal about it. 2x1 rib cuff, which I love, so pretty. And I decided to go for a shorty sock because, so we'll jump into the yarn that I used. This is Patons Kroy socks in the color Gentry gray, and you can get this from like any big box store if you know Patons Kroy socks. Like all the Michaels in Canada sell it. I'm sure like, oh, yeah, Joanne. I think Joanne closed in the States, but they sold it in like probably Hobby Lobby, you know, like all those little big stores. But I had one skein, 50-gram skein, so I said I'm just gonna do shorties so that I don't have to buy two. And then I was like, probably like this close to being done, like almost to the toe decrease, and I ran out of yarn. I knew it was getting close, but there's no way that I was gonna have enough to, it would have been a really tiny sock that would not have fit me. So I had to go and buy another skein, which is really annoying and bothers me. And I don't think you can tell, I don't even know which one it was. The chain didn't dye a lot, so that's good. Unless maybe you can tell, I'm not sure. I don't know, but it all worked out. It's okay. I used my coupon. I only spent $4 on the next skein, so that's okay. But the annoying part is now I have almost a full skein in my stash, which is what I wanted to avoid because I'm trying to get rid of yarn, not get more yarn, but that's okay. Here we are. So I'm happy I got my socks done in October, and now I can put them away and they'll be all ready for next October for me to wear. And that is all for the Halloween-y stuff. I I have 2 more FOs, which is crazy because I usually only have like 1 or none. The next one is very tiny, but cute, very cute. So I finished my second tiny tree sock. How cute is this? This is a pattern by Summer Lee. This is why I said it's a lot of Summer Lee. And how adorable is it? I just can't. So cute. So it's meant to be a Christmas ornament, and you can use, I don't even know how many grams this uses, like not a lot at all. So then, well, the first one I made, let's go back. The first one I made was this one. So cute, you guys. Obsessed with it. And I made it to look like a pair of socks that I had already made because I had leftover yarn. I said, I'm gonna make a mini cute version for my tree. And here's the giant version of it so you can see. They're so cute, and this is probably like my favorite pair of socks I've ever made. So it was really fun to make it in tiny form. And then I was like, oh my goodness, why don't I make a little sock for every single pair of socks I've ever made? Because I have leftover yarn in like almost all of the colors. And then I will have this memory tree of all the socks that I've knit for myself or for other people, and they're never gonna go bad, they're never gonna get holes in them, I'm never gonna have any wear and tear. So I'm super excited about this. Here's the, if you want to see for reference again, the big socks that I made for myself and the tiny one. They kind of work up a little bit different because stitch count is different, obviously, but so cute, you guys. So I'm gonna make a whole bunch more, and I have so here's another thing. I bought a special tree for my crafty corner, and it's pink and flocked, and it's amazing, and it was only $30 on Amazon. So I don't know, I don't know what came across me. I was just like, I need a tree. I need a nice tree for my crafty corner. And so I did it. I bought it. It's in my crafty corner. I will put a little video or a picture of it here so you can see it. And I'm gonna put my little handmade ornaments on the tree, and it's gonna be epic. Can't even wait. And there's also there's a sweater ornament, like a little mini sweater, that Shelley Dupont, she's the owner of Polka Dot Creek, she came out with this pattern. It's like $2. It's like nothing on Ravelry. And I thought, oh my goodness, I can do sweaters. I have the yarn left over from some of the sweaters that I made in fingering weight. So I'm gonna do the same thing for sweaters. I'm gonna have little sweaters and little socks on my tree, and I can't wait. Can you tell I'm super passionate and excited about this? Like, I don't know what came across me, but that's my plan. I'm super pumped about it. So, and I also forgot about these. I did some needle felting last winter with my cousins, and we made like little, well, you could make them into magnets for your fridge, but I think I'm gonna make them into ornaments for my tree, or just like poke them in there because they'll stick pretty good probably. But I'm gonna put these on there as well because they're super cute. That was a little side tangent, but it's a craft, so I'm allowed to include it in the video, I think. So yeah, that's my plan for my little crafty corner Christmas tree. Say that 3 times fast. But my next FO is actually related to all of the things I was just talking about. And you guys never even saw it as a whip, which is very impressive, I must say. I did use giant yarn, so it went by pretty fast. But I made the Let It Snow tree skirt by Heather J. Anderson, I believe. Yes. It's on Ravelry. It's a free pattern. I bought this pink tree, and I was like, oh, it needs a tree skirt. And what do you think a knitter crocheter would do about getting a tree skirt? Obviously make one. So, and it was also perfect because I'm making a stash down, clean up, decorate my craft area video, and I'm trying to get rid of yarn and like donate yarn and like use it up and clean everything out and just make it look more tidy and less chaotic. And I had this yarn. It's Lion Brand Hue and Me. It's the collab with Two of Wands and Lion Brand, and it's the same yarn that I used for Landon's rainbow bauble blanket that I made a couple months ago, if you remember. I'll post a little picture of it so you can see it. And I had all this yarn left over, and I'm like, I need to get rid of this. I just don't want to look at it anymore. I'm done making those blankets for a long time. And I have no use for this yarn other than to donate it, but I had some full skeins and it's fairly expensive yarn, so I didn't really want to give it away. Like, I was just hesitating to just put it in a bin in the basement and forget about it for a while until I'm ready to donate it. But then I was like, no, I'm going to use that for the tree skirt. So the tree skirt pattern is meant to be, well, the sample picture is just one solid color, which looks absolutely beautiful. And I wish I could have done that, but I didn't have one solid color and it uses a lot of yarn. So I just used all the bits and bobs of this Lion Brand Hue and Me that I had left over. So I picked colors that I liked and thought that would look good together, kind of sort of Christmassy and match the tree. And I'm sorry guys, there's snow, fake snow all over it from the flocked tree from me putting the lights on, and it's getting stuck in all the pieces. You're like, the suspense, show us the tree skirt. So I'm backing up. Yay. So cute, you guys. So it's obviously like has an opening, and then you just wrap it around the base and it looks super cute. So it's got some fun baubles and love the texture. There's that like ripply back loop only on the main part of it, and I love how it turned out. I love the like scalloped edge and the baubles, they're so good. So I'll put some pictures of it on the tree so you can actually see it. It looks so cute, and yeah, it just makes me so happy. So this did take me a super long time actually. Like the last rows were like 200 stitches, I think. So it did take a while. I watched a few movies and finished this, and I did actually run out of the green on the very last. Look at, like, I was so close and I ran out. So this part I just like tuck under and you can't even see it, so it's fine. But I used up a lot of that yarn, so I'm super happy about that. That felt good, as well as how beautiful it looked under the tree. Oh my gosh, you guys, so good. So I can't tell you all of these colors. This is Arrowwood. I believe this light pink is Rosewater, and then the cream is Salt. I feel like it's like cement or something. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm sorry, I can't tell you all the names of them, but the Hue and Me yarns are supposed to all magically look beautiful together, and they do. They really, really do. So yeah, anyways. So that's that for my Let It Snow tree skirt. I hope I inspired you to make a tree skirt, because it was really fun. Yeah, anyways, we're moving on and chatting about some whips. I have so many things around me right now. I'm just like, squirrel. The Date Night sweater, which we've seen. It's the Date Night sweater by Caidree. It's my Christmas sweater that I'm making for myself. And I haven't done much since the last time you saw this. I think I've done like one lace repeat. So I have 3 sets of baubles here. You can kind of see them. And that's all. This is kind of on the back burner right now because I've had so many other fun things I want to do. But it's coming along. Can't say I'm gonna get this done for Christmas this year. It might be a next year wear, but who knows? Who knows? But it's so cute. I love this. This yarn is KnitPicks Wool of the Andes worsted in the color Cranberry. And I don't wear red, but I don't think this will look bad on me, to be very honest. We'll see. And I'm using my Lucas. These are my blush interchangeables from Luca, and I love them. They're like my favorite ever. Got them a few years ago for Christmas, and I love them so much. Anyways, we're not gonna chat about that too much just because I don't want to bore you guys out of your minds. Oh yeah, I found another one. I believe this is a new whip that you haven't seen. So I'm making my nieces. I have 3 nieces. They're 5, 3, and 7 months. I'm making them all matching socks for Christmas this year, and I can't even wait. I can't even wait. My eldest niece, she said to me, Auntie Ju, can you please make me some socks? I was knitting socks or something. She's like, can you make me some? I said, absolutely, 1000%, you will get socks. And it's been a while since she asked me that, and I thought, this is my chance. So I thought it would be just adorable to have their presents with their little knit socks on top, all 3 of them. How cute. Ooh. And the yarn is amazing as well. So you've seen this yarn already today 2 times. I just realized I never talked about what colorway this was. I'll get back to that in a second. So this one is for the 3-year-old, and the color, so this yarn is from Hello Stella. It's a Superwash sock yarn. She doesn't dye Superwash yarn anymore, so I do not think you can get this. I bought this probably 5 or 6 years ago, but it's the colorway Prism, and then the contrast color is Lemon Drop. And they're so fun and bright and unicorny and amazing, and I think they're gonna love them. I have tons of this yarn left over for some reason, so I think I'll have enough to knit 3 little kid socks, and hopefully get that out of my stash, which would be amazing. So love that. I'm using Summer Lee's pattern, but I'm not really following. I'm just using it for the stitch count really, and like the heel flap numbers and stuff. She has it, so it's the Weekend Shorty Socks by Summer Lee, and she has it in toddler, kid size, adult small, adult medium, adult large. So I'm using the toddler stitch count for the 3-year-old, and then I'll use the kid size for Elsie, the oldest, and then the youngest, I think I'm gonna just kind of wing it, but I can use Landon's foot/leg to kind of measure, because she's only a month older than him, so I think that will work. We'll see. But we're starting with like the easiest one to see how that goes. And I got my sister-in-law to measure their feet so that I know how long to go before I have to do the toe. So these are super fun to make as well, so satisfying because they just like knit up so fast, so much faster than an adult sock. Yeah, I love them. So that's another thing that I want to get done for Christmas. So that's gonna kind of be, hopefully I can get rolling on those and get those done fairly quickly. I was gonna go back to this tiny tree sock. I forgot to tell you the yarn. It's Ancient Arts yarn in the color Whales in the Water, and it's a sock NATO base. So it's like a nylon, merino nylon blend of some kind. But yeah, Whales in the Water, Ancient Arts yarns. They're based in Alberta, I believe. So yeah, anyways, that was my little squirrel for the moment. I'm gonna take a sip. If you like pottery, here's another side tangent. This is from Isleview Pottery in Prince Edward Island in Canada. I go to PEI every other summer, and this lady makes the most beautiful pottery. And these are her bikini mugs. I love them so much. It's like glaze, and then it's got like the raw middle, so it's like a bikini, you know, it's like your belly showing. And I have 2 of these, and I just love them. They're so good. Such a nice big handle. And anyways, go check her out. She's on Instagram if you like pottery and mugs and stuff. Okay, going back to the whips, I'm going to talk about my Quilt Block Advent Blanket that I'm making, that I've been making forever and eternity. Last month, I believe, I was just starting this one, or I hadn't even started it, but I did an orange block for my blanket. It's so good. It looks even better on camera. I don't know. So I'm almost done. I need to do 2 more solid squares in the corners, and then this one will be done. I have the other one here. So this is the first one I made. If you've never watched my podcast before, I have a lot of Advent mini skeins, 20-gram skeins. So I'm using the 20-gram skeins to make the 4 squares in the middle, and then adding just a solid kind of color that complements it as the star, and then just the base color is going to be the same for all of these on the outside. And I'm going to sew them all together and make a magical blanket, and it's going to be great. I can't even wait. So I want to get this one done before December, because I want to start a new one in December, possibly crocheting up a new colorway that I open in my Advent. That's my plan. So I want to make sure this one's done by that time. I have a few days to finish that, which I think I can do it. So also another little thing, if you remember last podcast, I was talking about how I'm not weaving in these ends, like not a chance that I'm weaving these in ever. I was saying that I want to sew like a fabric back, so it's really extra like heavy and cozy, and then I don't have to sew in any of these ends. They would just all be covered inside. But then I was thinking, I have a lot of these mini skeins and I have a lot of yarn. I could just basically crochet 2 blankets the exact same size. So this will be my example. Say these are my 2 blankets, and then I will just put the wrong sides together and sew or crochet them together, and then you have like a double-sided crochet blanket, but all your ends are inside. And I understand that that means it will take me twice as long because I have to make basically 2 blankets, but I really don't care because I'm enjoying the process. And how amazing would that be? Yeah, that was like my brainwave the other day. I'm like, oh, I'm totally gonna do that. So you'll be seeing these for years and years to come, I'm sure. And that's a-okay, I hope. Maybe I won't show them every single time, but yeah. So super excited about that. And I'm just gonna chat about Vlogmas for a second. I'm doing Vlogmas again this year. It's my 3rd year doing it, and the past 2, is it only been 3rd or 4th year? I believe I've only done 2 times. But the last 2 years I've done every single day, and if I missed a day I would just put 2 together, but I tried to do it every single day, and it was a lot. Like it was me editing in bed every single night and just like editing my videos, and it kind of took it out of me. Like I was just like, and then I gotta start videoing the next morning, and it was just like so much. So I think I'm gonna do every other day or every 3rd day this year instead of every single day. Also because I got only a 12-day Advent, so I'm only going to be opening yarns every other day. Yeah, anyways, those are some of the reasons why I think that I might do that instead. but I still will be doing Vlogmas, and it's really fun to just like see like a day in the life. You get like more of what I do day to day, and like festive Christmassy things, not just me standing in front of a camera being all like professional and nice, you know. So it's fun to kind of see that part of a person, and I do love doing it, and like talking to you guys and seeing the comments and, you know, like all that stuff. It's so fun. So definitely will be doing that, and you'll see the progress on my quilt block for December. Yeah, that's all. Now we're gonna get back to the whips. I think I only have one more whip. Just looking around. Yeah, pretty sure. And it's my, whoa. Sorry about that. This is a new one too that you guys haven't seen. It's the Baby Bear Balaclava. I've made these before by Pernille Larson. She's knitting for Olive. I'm knitting for Olive. And I'm making this one for Landon. So I'm making the 6 to 12 month size for him. And I made 2 of these a few years ago for my nieces in pinks and creams or whatever. If you've been here for a while, you saw that. And I'm a decent ways in. So I did this is the ribbing, like the cuff for the face. I'm not sure what you call that. And now I'm working up. I did short rows, and now I'm working up and doing the ears. So I'm just working away on those ear increases for the cute little bear ears. And this pattern is amazing. It's genius. It's so good. So the cuff or the ribbing or whatever is worked with just 2 strands of the fingering mohair held together, so that the kids don't get that like mohair fluff in their mouth. It's not close to their face or their eyes or anything like that, which is so genius. And then you add the mohair in right after when you start that stockinette portion. So I'm into that now. I'm just holding 1 strand of mohair and fingering. The yarn I'm using is Knitting for Olive in the merino fingering. The color is deep petroleum blue. So nice. And then I'm holding it with the soft silk mohair in the same color. So pretty. Love how like muted it is, but I don't know, it's such a good color. So good. Yeah, and it looks really good on Landon. So it'll go with a snowsuit. The snowsuit's like a lighter blue, a little bit lighter than this. But yeah, so I'm working away on that, getting a little bit done. So, and I have to make another one of these for my friend. She requested one for her son, who is almost 2 months old. And I'm also making her, we're gonna jump into acquisitions now, a coast to coast beanie by Perfectly Knotted. She is Claire Jackson, and I'm gonna make him a little toque as well as a balaclava. He's tiny, and she's like, I can't find any small child hats that don't look ridiculously large on him. So I'm gonna knit him the coast to coast beanie. I've never made it before, but I love the look of how it looks like ribbing, but it's just like garter stitch, which is amazing. I think it's genius. I hate ribbing with my whole heart. I hate purling specifically. So hopefully this pattern works out. I'm gonna use some leftover yarn, which feels good, feels really good. This is Swish worsted in the color Squirrel Heather from KnitPicks. Incredibly soft, so good for his head. It's gonna be perfect. So I need to start this, and I hope I have enough yarn. I should probably check that before I start it, because that would be really disappointing if I didn't have enough. Yeah. But yeah, that's my like next on the cast on list, I would say. And then some other acquisitions. I want to make another tiny tree sock by Summer Lee. for my little cute tree that we talked about. And I'm gonna use, so I made some socks a few years ago. I call them my Christmas Cocoa socks. They're basically a vanilla sock with a little tree, cute little tree color work on the top of the cuff. I'm not gonna do the tree color work on the tiny tree socks, but I'm just gonna do a solid sock with this yarn. And this is the yarn I used to make those Christmas socks. And it's called Christmas Cocoa. It's from Woolberry Fiber Co. I have a ton of this left as well, as you can see. So gonna have to find something else to use this in, but that's my plan. Another tiny tree sock. And I'm also, during Vlogmas, during the month of December, I did not buy a 24-day stripe Advent sock this year from Cozy Knitter, but I do have leftover yarn from last year. So the Cozy Knitter Advent gives you 2 50-gram skeins, I believe, or are they 100-gram? Now I have no idea. I don't know. It gives you 2 repeats on each hank of the 24 stripes. So I knit myself a pair of socks with the 24 stripes, and I have 1 repeat, 24 repeat, and 1 24 repeat. So 2 24 repeats. I can make another whole set of socks with this. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, you're gonna get socks for Christmas. And she has always really liked the socks I made last year, so she was super excited about that. So this month in December, I'm going to do a stripe every day, but I'm going to use the yarn that I used last year. So I'm using up more yarn, which is amazing. Another win for me. Another point for Julia. And I think I'm just going to use like a white or cream or something for the heel toe. But so you'll see this for sure during the month of December. I'll be doing that every single day. And yeah, that's all my acquisitions, I think. Yeah. Amazing. So good. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. In like 2 weeks, it's gonna be December and we'll be ready for Vlogmas. So I'm super excited about that. Hope you will join me. I'm sorry about the beeping. That was Landon's little bottle sterilizer thingy. Yeah, I hope you'll join me for Vlogmas. Yeah, it's really exciting. I can't wait. And leave me a comment below. Tell me if you like the video. Tell me what you're working on. Love to hear that. And we will see you in the next podcast, probably Vlogmas, because I don't do December podcasts during Vlogmas because you're seeing the same projects every single day over and over again. Don't want you to get too bored, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you later.